Hello and good evening, everybody. Welcome to Stuart W. Robertson Memorial Gymnasium. Tonight, the Roseburg girls basketball team welcomes in the North Medford Black Tornado. Roseburg still seeking that first win of the season as they take on North Medford, which comes in with a 1-3 record on their season. Two teams looking to try and continue their growth here in 2021. A couple of young programs that are continuing to try and find some momentum here this spring. I'm Joey Kieran. Welcome you into our Roseburg Disposal pregame show as we get ready to go here tonight on The Score and also streaming online at 541radio.com. Roseburg Disposal, you can let them make the run to the dump for you. Call Roseburg Disposal at 673-7122. As we make our way through this evening, we'll get a chance to catch up with head coach Chad Smith here in just a couple of moments. So stick around for that conversation coming up. We'll look back to the last game for Roseburg, a 53-14 loss against Grants Pass, but a game where we saw a little bit of positive steps for this Roseburg team as they continue to grow with this young roster. We'll also take a look at tonight's opponent with Coach Smith as North Medford comes in. We'll talk about their strengths as they get ready to face off against Roseburg. So plenty to cover coming up today here in the Roseburg Disposal pregame show. Coming up, we will also remind you that tonight's game is streaming live online at 541radio.com, where you can watch Roseburg High sports throughout the rest of this school year and coming up next year as well. Video streaming of Roseburg High Sports is presented by BTB Moving. They provide labor services for your moving needs here in Roseburg, in Douglas County, and in the state of Oregon. They're veteran-owned, affordable, dependable, efficient, and careful. Senior and veteran discounts are available. Book now at 541-315-0122 and find them on Facebook at BTB Moving. We'll come back after a 2-minute break and have a word with head coach Chad Smith after this on 541radio.com and on The Score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
Josh Nelson from Off the Wall on The Score. When I'm not in the Score Sports Closet, I own and operate BTV Moving here in Roseburg. We are a labor-only company offering services such as packing, unpacking, loading, unloading, piano moving, cleaning services, and 24-hour emergency services. We pride ourselves on being an affordable, veteran-owned company. Contact us at 541-315-0122 for all your moving needs. That's BTV Moving, 541-315-0122.
At Current Orthodontics, we stand out because of the smiles and the excitement that we create. A beautiful smile can really make a huge impact in someone's life. Our main goal is we also want you to be able to walk down the street and have your neighbors say, "Hey, where did you get that great smile?" And for you to be able to say, "At Current Orthodontics."
Buy one, get one free at the Roseburg Jiffy Lube. Buy one signature service oil change at regular price and receive a coupon for a second one free. That's a $43.99 value. The signature service oil change features up to 5 quarts conventional Pennzoil, a new spin-on filter, and a visual inspection of belts, brakes, tires, and wipers, plus fluid top-off and a 90-day top-off guarantee. Buy one signature service oil change with Pennzoil, get one free now at the Roseburg Jiffy Lube, next to Champion Car Wash.
Looking for more local sports coverage? CBS Sports Radio 1490 The Score has you covered. Check out our homepage at 541radio.com for sports stories, scores, and podcasts. And follow us on social media. 1490 The Score is on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. And take the station with you wherever you go with the 541 Radio app. Download the app in your smartphone's app store and get access to a live stream of the station, sports stories, podcasts, and easy messaging with the station and others.
Back with more of our Roseburg Disposal pregame show. You can let them make the run to the dump for you. Call Roseburg Disposal at 673-7122. Tonight, we are back here at Stuart W. Robertson Memorial Gymnasium as the Roseburg girls get ready to take on North Medford. And joining us here in the pregame show is head coach Chad Smith. Coach, we're back at it. Another game here at home for you guys. At least you got the luxury of being at home. But I guess, going through that last game, obviously increased the point total a little bit, not quite to, I'm sure, what you were hoping for, but did you see positive momentum between game 1 and game 2? Because it felt like we were seeing it up in the stands.
Absolutely. We had the girls do a great job, I think, of boxing out. We really focused on that. And when it was all said and done, I mean, we did out-rebound Grants Pass, which is something that was a big accomplishment. Now, don't take away the fact Grants Pass, I think, was 10 of 13 from three-point line. So they didn't miss a lot of shots that night either. But we did a lot better job boxing out. And we did a little bit better job of our rotations defensively. So we're hoping to improve on that a little bit tonight, make sure we get to those backside skip passes and take that away.
Watching it, you mentioned the boxing out. I'll start there. We had talked about it before the game that was something you guys were really kind of putting into the heads of your players, and I really felt like anytime the ball went up from Grants Pass, everybody was finding a body, getting their backs up against them and trying to get a body on somebody there. Obviously it sounds like you felt like you saw an improvement there. Kind of the growth in that area, was it what you wanted to see in that game?
Absolutely, and we stressed that when we were done with the game, the fact that, hey, we did improve in that area. Now we just got to transition and start working on some other areas as well and play a complete game. We played all right in the first half. We had a little bit of a lapse there in the last 2 or 3 minutes that allowed them to take a 15-point lead to a 20-point lead. And then in the fourth quarter, we were non-existent offensively, which we've got to be able to put 4 quarters together. So.
On the offensive side, I know only 3 points in the second half. Yeah, that's tough, and nothing there in the fourth quarter. But at the same time, it didn't feel like it was like against Crater where you guys couldn't get across half court. You guys were getting shots, they just weren't going in. And I got to imagine part of the thing that you see when you watch the tape is that girls are getting the shots up, but they're kind of more just, I know that this is the point where I'm supposed to shoot. And rather than trying to gear up, aim, and take a good shot and really try to get it through, it's more, this is the part of the offense where I'm supposed to be shooting the ball.
Correct. We got to get to that point where we're working on fundamentals every day, and that fundamental shot becomes a transition into the game of just making a good solid step in and take the shot. I was impressed with a couple of the girls that would actually look to shoot, because the night before, the game before, there was no look from them. They immediately were looking to pass the ball, and now we've at least got them looking at the hoop. So like you said, it's a baby step process. The girls are taken to what we're doing. They're taken to the coaching. And hopefully tonight we come out and we execute a little bit better than we have in the past.
The last game you guys were a little bit more at full strength with a couple of the softball players getting their first time. Now they've gotten a little bit more time with you in the practice there in the gym and getting back into basketball shape rather than softball shape. We saw a nice night out of Emma Murphy and saw Stribling play a decent amount. With those players back into it, do you feel like you guys are maybe getting closer to full strength, you could say?
I think so. It's a short season, 6 weeks, not a long time to get stuff done. And basketball, honestly, it takes a while to get into shape. You're midpoint of the season, normally in the wintertime, and you get in there in Christmas, and that's when you kind of hit your peak and you run into league in shape. So in that timeline, we're looking about a week left when we actually be in basketball shape. So, the girls are doing the best they can. We're working on conditioning. We're working on all those different aspects of the game. And the thing that I've liked is their heads are up and their shoulders are up. They're not sunken. They're taken to what we're doing. They understand this is a process. So.
Tonight you guys are taking on North Medford, and you look at the win-loss records, you look at the stuff on paper, and you think, okay, here's a team that's young and it's kind of going through some of the same stuff where they've got a lot of players getting experience to play at this type of level. And as you go into this, how are you guys feeling about your chances and your matchup against North Medford?
I think we're going to be matched up pretty well with them. They do have a really, really good point guard. I think she's a 3-year starter for them, Jasmine Wells. I've watched a few of the games that she's played this year already, and she is a handful. We've got our hands full with her defensively tonight. It's going to be a hard thing to contain her. We know she's going to get hers. We just can't let other people beat us as well. So she's a big point of we need to make sure we can control her as best we can.
All right, Coach. We look forward to it tonight. Thank you for your time.
Thank you very much.
That is head coach Chad Smith here in our Roseburg Disposal pregame show. You can let them make the run to the dome for you. That is Roseburg Disposal. Well, we count down towards tip-off here tonight. Just about 4 minutes left to go. The JV team getting a 24-20 win over North Medford here. Just moments ago, they ran a little bit long here. And they get the 24-20 win for their first victory of the season. And congratulations to them. A nice little competitive game there. They had a quiet third quarter, but were able to bounce back in the fourth quarter, come back for that 4-point victory. As we count down towards tonight's starting lineups coming up here in just a few, taking a look back at where we were in our last game. For Roseburg, they took on Grants Pass. That was earlier this week. Today's Thursday, so that would have been back on Tuesday, losing track of the days with all the events going on here lately. Roseburg, they took their first lead of the season. They got the first basket, were on top 2-0. Unfortunately, after a 3-point basket for Grants Pass, they trailed 3-2 and never did get the lead back, but they were only down by 5 at the end of the first quarter. They were outscored, though, 26-3 in the second half. RHS had more shot attempts than they did and better rebounding, and that confirmed there by head coach Chad Smith, saying that they actually out-rebounded Grants Pass in that matchup, which is pretty good there for Roseburg. It was a point of emphasis going into it, and the girls were able to focus on that and really make it happen. So congratulations to them for finding some success in at least one aspect of the game. They'll try to put more of those pieces together here tonight. It was the first game of the season for Emma Murphy and Isabel Stribling, who are both wrapping things up with the softball team and making their first appearance with the basketball team. On the other side, it is a 3-game losing streak for North Medford after winning their season opener. Their last game was back on Tuesday as well. They fell 71-20 against South Medford. North Medford trailed 25-1 after the first quarter. Obviously, South Medford, the tops of the conference and of Southern Oregon and of the state in girls basketball. They are one of those top programs that continually see success in the girls game. And so definitely a difficult opponent. Roseburg had their first game of the season against South Medford canceled because they were wrapping up their COVID-19 health and safety protocols at that time and getting a bit of a slightly late start to the season. Coming up for Roseburg tonight against North Medford, on the road at Ashland coming up next week, which means that our next Roseburg boys basketball game on the radio will be coming up next week on Tuesday, June 1st, when they host Ashland. We're doing home games here on the radio for you between Roseburg boys and girls this season. Next broadcast of Roseburg girls basketball after tonight will be against Eagle Point on Wednesday next week against here at home against the Eagles, as Roseburg will return home after that trip down to Ashland on Tuesday. Getting ready to go here tonight. Things just about to wrap up here with our Roseburg Disposal pregame show. Let them make the run to the dump for you. Call Roseburg Disposal at 673-7122. We'll have your starting lineups coming up here in just a moment as we count down towards the national anthem, and then we'll get this one underway. It's the Roseburg girls, led by head coach Chad Smith, at 0-2 to start out their year, taking on North Medford at 1-3 this season. North Medford led by head coach Kristen Copeland. We'll have your starting lineups when we come back after this. It's Roseburg girls basketball on 541radio.com and on the score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
Josh Nelson from Off the Wall on the Score. When I'm not in the Score Sports Closet, I own and operate BTV Moving here in Roseburg. We are a labor-only company offering services such as packing, unpacking, loading, unloading, piano moving, cleaning services, and 24-hour emergency services. We pride ourselves on being an affordable, veteran-owned company. Contact us at 541-315-0122 for all your moving needs. That's BTV Moving, 541-315-0122.
I am a nurse,
a firefighter,
a college student,
a mother,
and I am an American soldier.
I will always be ready
for every storm
and disaster that threatens my community.
I will always be there to protect my neighbors,
my family,
and my country.
We are the Army National Guard.
We are the Army National Guard.
We are the Army National Guard.
Visit nationalguard.com to learn more about part-time service.
Hey there, sports fans. Thanks for watching this local sporting event online at 541radio.com. Did you know there's more than one way to watch games online? You can watch games on your laptop or desktop computer, your tablet, or even your smartphone just by going to 541radio.com. But we also use YouTube to stream all of our video broadcasts, which means you could be watching this game on your big screen TV with a number of different streaming devices. You can stream our live YouTube broadcast through your PlayStation or Xbox gaming device or through streaming devices like Google Chromecast, Apple TV, or Roku. There's plenty of ways to follow this live local sporting event. Plus, you can find past events archived on 1490 The Score's YouTube channel. Find us on YouTube and subscribe today to keep up with the latest in local sports coverage. Welcome you back here to Stuart W. Robertson Memorial Gymnasium. Let's take a look at tonight's starting lineups. First for the visiting North Medford Black Tornado. It'll be a sophomore, Allie Stevens, along with senior Holly Stewart, Jasmine Wells, a senior, and Kira McNamee, a junior. And rounding out the starting five for Kristen Copeland will be Isla Chavez. That is your starting five for the visiting North Medford Black Tornado. On the other side for head coach Chad Smith, it's Riley Mulsick, Amy Carpenter, Jocelyn Montefiore, Hayden Pinard, and Chelsea Miller. Those are your starting lineups for tonight's matchup. The visiting team gets the ball to start as normal, and we are underway. North Medford in black, moving left to right on your radio dial. They've got the basketball to start. With it on the near side is Jasmine Wells. She'll get it back on the wing. She'll launch a three to start. It's short, and the rebound comes down to Amy Carpenter. Up the floor will come Roseburg into their half-court set. Out at the top, Montefiore to Pinard on the near side. Work it into the corner. Back out. They dribble from Mulsick to Montefiore. Pinard will get it at the high wing on the right side of the floor for Roseburg. Mulsick back to the near side. Montefiore, Jocelyn will drive in, has it tipped out of her hands by Wells, and it'll stay with Roseburg. Opening possession here. Just about 45 seconds ticked away here in tonight's ball game. Montefiore gets it in the corner, out to the top. Carpenter will reset. They go against a 3-2 zone here for North Medford. North in the black jerseys, numbers on the front and the back in white, outlined in red. North across the chest in white. Roseburg in the white jerseys, orange numbers on the front and the back, outlined in black. Indians across the chest in orange. A low pass through the hands of Montefiore, taken away. On the other side, Allie Stevens will get the first points to make it a 2-0 lead for North Medford. Roseburg will bring the ball up with no pressure in the backcourt. Montefiore will yell out directions as she comes across the midcourt stripes. With the left-hand dribble, has it taken right away by Stevens. One-on-one, other direction, and her lay-in does not go. Rebound tip to Carpenter by Montefiore. Nice defense there for Jocelyn. Just some hands in the face, making that a more difficult lay-in attempt, and it rimmed out. Montefiore gets it on the near side at the wing, back to the top. With it, Pinard. One dribble, pass back away. Miller set up in the middle, looking to try and draw that defense. She'll now move down to the low block on the right side. It's coming out to the right elbow is Carpenter. Ball through the hands of Pinard, goes right to Montefiore. Crossover with her left hand, working against Stevens. Crossover, tried to go back to her right, dribbled it off of somebody's foot. One-on-one the other direction again, and Stevens this time will not miss. She's got 4 in the ball game, and it's out to an early 4-0 lead for North Medford. 5:40 to go in the first period. Montefiore, one-on-one here against Stevens. She comes out high out top, dribbles through the middle to Chelsea Miller, puts up a 2. Just a bit strong off the iron. Rebound pulled down by Pinard. Head fake, tried to drive. Montefiore will stop, pulls it back out. Now on the left side, Montefiore, her 3 off the back iron, no good. Rebound tipped around on the baseline. North Medford will get it. 2 shots on that attempt for Roseburg, unable to get one to fall. First quarter action, 5 minutes to play. Driving in, Wells tried to dump it over the top of the defense, throws it right into the arms of Hayden Pinard, comes away with the steal. Roseburg will bring it up the floor. Montefiore backs into the orange circle at the top. Crossover, working against Stevens. And Stevens again takes it away. She gets out in front of the defense and will have an easy lay-in from the right side. She's got an early 6 and a timeout down on the floor taken by Roseburg. We'll go ahead and take a quick 30-second timeout as well. It's 6-0, North Medford in front on 541radio.com and on the Score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
get one free at the Roseburg Jiffy Lube. Buy one signature service oil change at regular price and receive a coupon for a second one free. That's a $43.99 value. The signature service oil change features up to 5 quarts conventional Pennzoil, a new spin-on filter, and a visual inspection of belts, brakes, tires, and wipers, plus fluid top-off and a 90-day top-off guarantee. Buy one signature service oil change with Pennzoil, get one free now at the Roseburg Jiffy Lube, next to Champion Car Wash.
Back here at Roseburg High School, where it's a 6-0 lead for North Medford on top of Roseburg. Girls basketball for you tonight here on The Score. Let's go ahead and pause 10 seconds for station identification. This is Roseburg basketball on The Score. Roseburg basketball out of their timeout with 4.5 to play here in the first period. They're down 6-0. Into the game for Roseburg comes, that is Emma Murphy, I believe, wearing 15. I had her down as originally as number 2 and forgot to change that after the last game. So Murphy out there for Roseburg. Molsick, also McClatcher out there, Micaiah McClatcher, the freshman. Murphy gets it at the top, feeds it in the middle to Carpenter. Back out to McClatcher for a 3. It's too strong off the glass. Rebound pulled down by North Medford. Roseburg trying to apply some defensive pressure there on the rebound and could not get it taken away from Jasmine Wells. 3:48 to go first quarter. Left side into the game for North Medford is new player in the middle, Dia Patel. Baseline jumper off the mark. That was Kiera McNamee into the padding behind the basket. Goes North Medford bodies. Margaret Hamlin is coming to the game as well for North. It'll stay with the Black Tornado. 3:35 to play first quarter. 6-0 the score. Wells will inbound into the far corner for Hamlin. Out to the top. Back to Wells in the corner this time. She drives in, pulls up for the 18-footer, and it's just a bit short. Missing everything, rebound down to Carpenter. Wells 0 for 2 to start the game. She's been averaging, well, she had 9 points in the last game for North Medford as their leading scorer. Pass tipped out of bounds. It'll stay with Roseburg here on the near sideline. 3:15 to play. Today's game brought to you by Cascade Community Credit Union. Belong to Douglas County. McClatcher will get it in the corner, but she had it bobble out of her hands, and I think whistles will stop play. There was a sub that was waiting to come in. I think some confusion there on the floor. So a new player in for North Medford. I believe that was Allie Stevens who has come back into the game. Works against Murphy, and a foul called against her. A little hand checking there for Allie Stevens. She'll pick up her first. 3:08 to go here in this first period. Inbound in front of the North Medford bench. Comes into Micaiah McClatcher. Gets a screen from Murphy. Goes right side, and she will get called for the travel. Picked up that dribble before she really knew where she wanted to go with the basketball, and then got caught trying to keep that plant foot down and could not. Wells will bring it through the center circle to the near side to Stevens. It dribbles into the corner, draws a double team, and knocked out of bounds by Roseburg. Knocked through the legs of Stevens there. I was wondering if she might have gotten a hand on it as it was going out of bounds, but they do not think that she did. A 3 from Patel off the mark, but the weak side rebounds will go to Stevens. A long 2 for Allie Stevens. She gets another one. That is 8-0 now for North Medford. Molsick running the point now, dribbles right side, and McClatcher in the corner looking underneath for Carpenter, just not there for her. They'll go around, and that was Miller in the corner, McClatcher had it at the top. She goes with the give and go. It's not open for Murphy, and now to Molsick. A little give and go. Murphy will get a long 2. Rebound came down to Molsick. She put it right back up, but it was off the mark. Now in the corner, trapped, and North will be able to break it. Up the floor. Roseburg's had some looks, just can't get a bucket to drop. McClatcher applying pressure on the near side. Roseburg going with a zone. McClatcher slaps it away onto the ground and out of bounds. Margaret Hamlin trying to save that back in bounds. That one goes out on the near sideline, and they've got a media timeout down on the floor. We'll keep it right here and let you know today's game is brought to you by DC Farmers Co-op, where everyone's welcome to shop, and by Good Vibration Solutions for home theater and automotive audio. You can feel it at Good Vibes. And by Mahalo Heating and Air Conditioning for get 0% financing for 72 months on approved credit now at Mahalo Heating and Air. Roseburg boys are down at North Medford tonight. We'll try and see if we can get you any updates from them on the road this evening. Also coming up tonight, Blazers basketball here on the Score. They're going to get started in about 20 minutes from now. Probably closer to 30 minutes from now. I think it's just a little after 7:30 they get things tipped off up in Portland at the Moda Center tonight for the Blazers. First home game for Portland in their first round series against the Denver Nuggets. The series tied at 1. As soon as our game wraps up here, we will go to coverage of Blazers basketball here on the Score. So stick around for that. We should have you there, I think, before the second quarter is my expectation. Already tonight, the Milwaukee Bucks go to 2-0 in their series against the Miami Heat with a 113-84 victory. 1:44 to play here in the first quarter. Roseburg with the basketball after the media timeout, and the ball stolen away. Allie Stevens has been a terror in the passing lane. On the other side, North will throw it away out of bounds as they tried to work their transition offense. Hannah Bowman has come in for Roseburg. Bowman, Murphy, Carpenter, Miller, and McClatcher on the floor for Roseburg. Wells, Hamlin, Brooke Richardson has come into the game for North. Also Stevens and Patel out there on the floor for the Black Tornado. They lead 8-0 against Roseburg. And a carry call against Roseburg. The Indians will turn it back over with 1:14 to play here in this first period. North Medford comes into tonight's contest averaging 21.7 points a game, giving up 53. With it, Patel out at the top, dribbles back or passes back to her left. A long three for Wells is good. Her first points of the night. Jasmine Wells with the three-pointer. It's out to an 11-0 lead for North. And out at the top, Murphy turns it back over. Stevens on the breakaway. Her lay-in no good. Tipped out of bounds. Stays with North. Chelsea Miller will come out of the game. Hayden Pinard back in for Roseburg. North will run their box set on the inbound from underneath their own hoop. Lob out to the top to Stevens. Man-to-man defense here for Roseburg. Stevens on the near side, dribbles around Bowman, but coming to help was McClatcher. Slapped it out of her hands, but gets whistled for the foul. Foul will go against McClatcher there. And they have that down for her second foul, it looks like. Pass in the middle. It goes right to Margaret Hamlin, who's excited to get the bucket. Big smile on her face as she races down the other direction. 13-0, North in front. Murphy bounces into Pinard. Defender right on her, gets it to McClatcher, driving right side, high off the glass, no good. Rebound down to Wells. And a whistle in transition. That'll go against McClatcher for her third. And they're going to have to bring in Montefiore for McClatcher. We'll take a seat with those three fouls here in the first half, in the first quarter. 8 seconds to go. Stevens with it. Out at the top, 5 seconds to Patel, to Stevens. 2 seconds, going to step into a two-pointer. They'll call it a long two-pointer for Allie Stevens. And it's 15-0 at the end of the first quarter. A 60-second break. Roseburg trailing against North Medford 15-0 after one here on 541radio.com and on the score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
We are Douglas County Farmers Co-op, but we're not just for farmers. We serve all residents of Douglas County because we are Douglas County. Stop by today for everything from a tank of gas to a bite to eat anytime you're hungry. Pick up something for yourself, your home, and those you care for. Celebrating 100 years of service, Douglas County Farmers Co-op. Good people, good products, and good advice.
This is Josh Nelson from Off the Wall on the Score. When I'm not in the Score Sports Closet, I own and operate BTV Moving here in Roseburg. We are a labor-only company offering services such as packing, unpacking, loading, unloading, piano moving, cleaning services, and 24-hour emergency services. We pride ourselves on being an affordable, veteran-owned company. Contact us at 541-315-0122 for all your moving needs. That's BTV Moving, 541-315-0122.
Start of the second quarter, Roseburg trailing 15-0 against North Medford. Today's game brought to you by Fisher's Hearth and Home, serving Douglas County for over 30 years with the largest selection of wood, gas, pellet, and electric stoves and fireplaces in the area. Hannah Bowman out there to start. She brings it up into the half court for Roseburg. Jocelyn Montefiore out there as well. Bowman passes near side to Emma Murphy to start the second quarter. Amy Carpenter out there as well. And Hayden Pinard, your fifth starter for Roseburg, trying to get on the board here in this second period. Montefiore's going to step into a three. Her shot too long. A rebound down to Wells. Second three attempt of the game for Montefiore, but neither has been able to go through. Three on the far side by Patel. Excuse me, that's not Patel. That is Isla Chavez. Her three was too long. Ricochets into the hands of Roseburg as they bring it up the floor. Montefiore looking in the middle. It's a zone defense again from the Black Tornado. You've got Wells, Stevens, Chavez, Stewart, McNamee. Your starting five out there on the floor. As an entry pass trying to get it to Carpenter. It's tipped away on the pass by Murphy. 6:48 to go second quarter, 15-0. North in front here at Stuart W. Robertson Memorial Gymnasium. Chavez out to the top to the near side to Wells. Working against a zone here from Roseburg into the corner. Bounce back out to Stevens on the right wing. Pressured by Murphy and a whistle. Late one there, it felt like. Whistle goes against Emma Murphy. Murphy whistled there. That's her first. Not sure how many team fouls for Roseburg. The sun is obscuring that. That ball nearly stolen away by Emma Murphy. Taken back by Wells. Drives to the free throw line. Her shot off the mark on the rebound attempt. It's last touch by Carpenter. She was battling with Chavez underneath the basket, and they just go out of bounds there on that baseline, and last touch by Roseburg. Emma Murphy will check out of the game on the inbound. Loose ball tipped out of bounds, stays with North Medford. Coach Chad Smith pacing the sideline on the far side at the end of his own bench. Sending in directions to his team. Ball entered into the middle, tipped away by Carpenter. Intended for Holly Stewart, the senior at 5'11". Tipped away from her, and Roseburg will have the takeaway. Into the near corner. Carpenter back out. Bowman works it quickly to Montefiore, over to Molsick on the far side. Enter from Pinard, down to Carpenter. The reverse almost falls. Tipped out of bounds. It'll stay with Roseburg. Great move there by Amy Carpenter. Charging in. She had 6 points to lead the way for Roseburg in the first game of the season. Was scoreless in the last game, so averaging 3 points on the year. Enter into the corner for Roseburg. Back out. Go around the perimeter. Bowman thought about a three, it looked like. Didn't take it. Near side, Molsick. One dribble, back to Montefiore. She'll look right, go back to her left. Now back to the right to Bowman. In the corner, Pinard. And Roseburg continues to try to find some way to break against this zone as they continue to stay around the perimeter, trying to bounce it into the middle to Bernard. The pass from Carpenter is stolen away. North with the takeaway, bringing it up the timeline. Wells straight away between the circles, pass left side to Patel. Patel will take the three, had an open look, it rattles off. Rebound pulled down by Stewart, and she is hacked as she goes up. Shot no good. She should be heading to the free throw line. Not shooting or no? No, they will say it was not a shooting foul. Amy Carpenter picking up her first. So North Medford basketball after the foul. Patel with it at the top to Stevens to the far side. A three from Patel is good. Dia Patel will make it 18-0. 4:38 to go, second quarter. Bounce in from Carpenter. It was there, but got a little ahead of herself. Open on the baseline was Riley Mulsick, but I think she was thinking too much of getting the shot up quickly. Forgot the basketball. On the other side now, North Medford with it. Wells at the top, goes to the free throw line. Bounce underneath. It is nearly tipped away from McNamee, and now it will be stolen from her. The junior McNamee couldn't handle the entry pass. Had it taken away. Montefiore on the near side into the corner. Carpenter looking back out at the top. Will get it up there to Mulsick, to Bowman on the far side. At the wing. They now work it back left side. Just trying to revert the floor spacing here. Underneath to Bernard. She had the defensive pressure, or the defense in front of her. Got the pass through. Had a good look at the basket. And then a whistle after the shot. And we're going to have substitutions coming in after the media timeout here, so we'll go ahead and take the break. 18-0 your score with 3:51 to go in the second quarter. Back after this 30-second timeout on 541radio.com and on the score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
At Current Orthodontics, we stand out because of the smiles and the excitement that we create. A beautiful smile can really make a huge impact in someone's life. Our main goal is we also want you to be able to walk down the street and have your neighbors say, hey, where did you get that great smile? And for you to be able to say, at Current Orthodontics.
At Brook Communications, our job is to get results for your business, period.
Back here at Roseburg High School, 18-0 the score. North Medford in front here with 3:51 to go in the second quarter. Checking in on the boys' score down from North Medford. It's 13-11. North Medford leading by 2 against Roseburg after the first quarter down there. 3:51 to go here in our first half. Today's game brought to you by Flyway Travel. Contact their travel experts for your travel plans. Now located at 1445 West Harvard Avenue, or give them a call at 672-5701. And by the Smile Station, your destination for aesthetically crafted smiles. Headed to the free throw line will be Hayden Pinard, trying to get Roseburg on the board here. It's been a tough start. Roseburg's had some looks. They just can't get anything to drop. Just been off the mark by a bit. High arcing rainbow shot from Pinard at the line is not quite enough. Just fell a bit short there, hitting the front of the iron. Second look. She gets the distance better there, and Hayden Pinard will get Roseburg on the board. 1 of 2 from the line. 18-1. On the near side with it, Stevens. Patel dribbles it out. Yo-yo dribble out near that center circle. Bounces left side to Wells as they were setting up the offense. A couple of screens to get players free. Wells will look at a three. It's short. Long rebound comes out to Pinard. Up the floor quickly for Roseburg, and they're going to whistle a foul. If not for a foul, it would have been a travel for Emma Murphy, but she had two defenders on her, reaching in, grabbing at the basketball as she was trying to push it up the floor. Emma Murphy is back in for Roseburg, along with Montefiore, Molsick, Carpenter, and Pinard out there on the floor. Wells, Stevens, Patel, McNamee, and Hamlin on the floor for North Medford. Montefiore nearly lost the defender and tried to drive. It's not there. Dump underneath. Carpenter makes the baseline pass to Pinard. Roseburg will keep it. Almost lost it there. They had to reset. Montefiore with the dribble. One bounce out to the top. Emma Murphy pass. Long shot from Carpenter. Tipped out of bounds. It stays with Roseburg. Carpenter had the open look, rushed it a bit, and was too long on the shot. Inbound from the baseline for Pinard. Got to get some movement for Roseburg here. Out to the top to Molsick. 2:47 to play, first half. Montefiore on the right side. Pass across the top. Molsick to Murphy between the circles. Again, it's a zone defense from North Medford, really keeping Roseburg from being able to attack, and a foul called after a steal by Allie Stevens. She stepped into the passing lane, knocked it away, trying to break out in front, and stepping in front of her, Emma Murphy, knocking her to the floor. Murphy picking up the foul, her second. Pass to the free throw line. McNamee, her shot was up, but then tipped out of bounds. Her shot might have gotten blocked a little bit there, as it came up well short and then was tipped out of bounds by Roseburg. Inbound to McNamee at the free throw line. Drives left side, tries to go off the glass, but it's short, hitting just the edge of the backboard there. Rebound. Defensive stop there for Roseburg, bringing it up the floor. Molsick on the far side, behind the back dribble. They get it over to the near side. With it was Murphy. Carpenter lobs it back out to the top. Montefiore going to try a three. Her shot looked like it was almost on target, but it goes right to the hands of Carpenter, who found a creative angle to get that one to rattle through. 18-3, Roseburg trailing by 15. A minute 45 to go first half. Around a screen, Stevens bounces it to the left block, backing her way in. Hamlin back out to the Stevens. Stevens drives right side of the lane, back out to Patel. Patel, as she was driving, a whistle stops, and it's a three in the key turnover by North Medford. Minute 35 left here in this first half with Roseburg down, but trying to get a little bit of a run here to see if they can close the gap and make it an interesting second half. Chelsea Miller back into the game for Roseburg. Miller has it out between the circles. Left side, Murphy into the corner for Carpenter. Carpenter, one dribble, bounce back out. Murphy has it, left side. Carpenter looking underneath, the cutter not there. Long pass out to Miller for a long two. And Chelsea Miller will put it through, and Roseburg's on a little run here. 5-0 run for Roseburg. Gets them back within 13, 58 seconds to play, first half. And Wells with it to the right side, Stevens. Looking underneath, marked by Miller, drives in, and they're going to call a reach-in foul against Roseburg. Not into the bonus yet, surprisingly. Stevens underneath. And now the scorer's table trying to indicate it should be a 1-1, which would not be surprising to me. I would have thought we would have gotten to the bonus. So I think they are double checking here to make sure. So it is a 1-1. Into the bonus is North Medford. So Allie Stevens will go to the free throw line.
Allie Stevens at the line.
Trying to stop a 5-0 run by Roseburg. It's got to make the first to get the second. Her shot no good. Rebound. Boxing out was Emma Murphy on the shooter. And she got tied up, fighting for it on the floor. Getting a hand in there was Margaret Hamlin, and the arrow possession goes to North Medford. Inbound. Hamlin got free, but she gets hit as she goes up. The shot doesn't fall. A whistle will send her to the free throw line. Just second trip to the free throw line for North Medford. Only one trip for Roseburg. Not been a lot of whistles in this one. At least that have sent players to the line. I guess Roseburg has gotten into the bonus. Margaret Hamlin will have her free throws, and the first one falls through. 19-5 your score with 45 seconds to play. Tonight's game brought to you by Tim's Appliance at the corner of Lane and South Stevenson, Roseburg. 0% financing always available. Hamlin pumped to hit the second one as it dances on the rim and finally falls right through the netting. Hamlin, the sophomore, up to 4 points in the ball game. She did not score in the last game for North Medford against South. Molsick bounces into the middle of the Carpenter, draws some defense. They tip back out to the right wing. Pass tipped out of bounds by Stevens. Knocked into that North Medford bench. Inbound for Pinard. Molsick to Murphy. In the corner quickly to Pinard. Out to the top. Molsick gets it to Miller. Miller near side. Murphy gets it right back to Miller. 9 seconds. 7 seconds. Pinard going to drive baseline, tiptoeing her way in. The reverse and a foul for Hayden Pinard. Gets her first field goal of the night. Makes it 20-7 and a chance at the three-point play. Execution there on the baseline dribble for Hayden Pinard, tiptoeing her way along the line. Got the reverse lay-in, and now a chance at three with 2.5 seconds left. And Pinard will hit the free throw. She's got 4 in the game. She's got half of the 8 points for Roseburg. A half-court heave off the mark for Wells, and I don't believe it would have counted anyways. At the halftime break, it's 20-8. Roseburg coming back with 8 points in the second quarter. Only 5 for North Medford. Roseburg trying to make a game of it as the second half is coming up. Stay with us. We've got your Cooper's Pest Control halftime show coming up for you as it is the halftime break. North Medford leading Roseburg 20-8. Back after a 2-minute break here on 541radio.com and on the score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
Josh Nelson from Off the Wall on the Score. When I'm not in the Score Sports Closet, I own and operate BTV Moving here in Roseburg. We are a labor-only company offering services such as packing, unpacking, loading, unloading, piano moving, cleaning services, and 24-hour emergency services. We pride ourselves on being an affordable, veteran-owned company. Contact us at 541-315-0122 for all your moving needs. That's BTV Moving, 541-315-0122.
Buy one, get one free at the Roseburg Jiffy Lube. Buy one signature service oil change at regular price and receive a coupon for a second one free. That's a $43.99 value. The signature service oil change features up to 5 quarts conventional Pennzoil, a new spin-on filter, and a visual inspection of belts, brakes, tires, and wipers, plus fluid top-off and a 90-day top-off guarantee. Buy one signature service oil change with Pennzoil, get one free now at the Roseburg Jiffy Lube, next to Champion Car Wash.
What rhymes with great?
Participate.
Where does greatness start? Here, in the classroom. On the stage.
In the pool. On the field. Where will your greatness take you?
To better grades.
To more friends.
Yeah!
Be great.
Participate!
At Current Orthodontics, we stand out because of the smiles and the excitement that we create. A beautiful smile can really make a huge impact in someone's life. Our main goal is we also want you to be able to walk down the street and have your neighbors say, hey, where did you get that great smile? And for you to be able to say, at Current Orthodontics.
Welcome back here for our Cooper's Pest Control halftime show. Cooper's Pest Control, your locally owned bug assassins with great low rates. Give them a call at 673-0363. At the break, it's 20-8. North Medford in front of Roseburg here at Stuart W. Robertson Memorial Gymnasium here on this Thursday evening. Joey Keyran here with you as we make our way here through. Reminder that the JV game was done in favor of Roseburg. They win 24-20 for their first win of the season. And we'll be keeping tabs on the Portland Trailblazers as they get ready to tip off at home tonight against Denver in Game 3 of that Western Conference first-round matchup. We're also keeping tabs on the Roseburg boys game. They are down in Medford tonight, and the Roseburg boys were down by 2 after 1 quarter of play down there. Roseburg trying to go above 500 and get their 3rd win of the season. But here tonight in our ball game, it is a 12-point lead here at the break. The lead got up to 18-0 in favor of North Medford. And that's when Roseburg went on a 5-0 run to make it 18-5. Teams trading baskets there at the end, but Roseburg outscores North Medford 8-5 in the second period to get themselves back within 12. They'll need a couple more quarters like that here coming up in the second half to try and cut this lead down and give themselves a chance when the final horn sounds. But if they continue to do like they did there in the second quarter, they would possibly be in it coming up in the fourth. We'll take a look at some individual numbers for you here coming up after a quick break as we continue on with the Cooper's Pest Control halftime show. And stick around for the postgame show. When we wrap one up here tonight, we'll name our Mountain Mike's Pizza Roseburg Player of the Game. We'll pick the star for Roseburg in this one and give them a gift certificate. It's your Mountain Mike's Pizza Player of the Game. Pizza the way it ought to be. Tonight's contest brought to you by Current Orthodontics. A healthy, attractive smile means confidence inside and out. Call Dr. Peterson at 541-672-5721. And by Barnes Heating and Cooling, your complete energy company. Visit barnesheatingandcooling.com or call them at 541-459-1545. We'll come back after a 2-minute break, take a look at your first half statistics here on 541radio.com and on the Score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
Josh Nelson from Off the Wall on the Score. When I'm not in the Score Sports Closet, I own and operate BTV Moving here in Roseburg. We are a labor-only company offering services such as packing, unpacking, loading, unloading, piano moving, cleaning services, and 24-hour emergency services. We pride ourselves on being an affordable, veteran-owned company. Contact us at 541-315-0122 for all your moving needs. That's BTV Moving, 541-315-0122.
Hey there, sports fans. Thanks for watching this local sporting event online at 541radio.com. Did you know there's more than one way to watch games online? You can watch games on your laptop or desktop computer, your tablet, or even your smartphone just by going to 541radio.com. But we also use YouTube to stream all of our video broadcasts, which means you can be watching this game on your big screen TV with a number of different streaming devices. You can stream our live YouTube broadcast through your PlayStation or Xbox gaming device, or through streaming devices like Google Chromecast, Apple TV, or Roku. There's plenty of ways to follow this live local sporting event. Plus, you can find past events archived on 1490 The Score's YouTube channel. Find us on YouTube and subscribe today to keep up with the latest in local sports coverage. Here at halftime, it is 20-8, North Medford in front of Roseburg. Girls basketball for you tonight here on the Score. We'll have Blazers basketball coming up when we get done with our contest here this evening. It's your Cooper's Pest Control halftime show. Tonight's Roseburg basketball game is presented by Chuck Swarman Family Auto Repair. Are you ready to go where life takes you? And by Dr. Alanson Randall, open and accepting new patients. Call them at 541-378-6694. All right, taking a look at scores from the first half. First for your visiting North Medford Black Tornado, Allie Stevens with 10 points leading the way. for the Black Tornado. 4 points for Margaret Hamlin, and then 3 points for Dia Patel and for Jasmine Wells. On the other side for Roseburg, all 8 points coming in the second quarter. 4 for Hayden Pinard, and then 2 for Amy Carpenter and for Chelsea Miller. And that is a look at your first half scoring for tonight's contest. At the halftime break, it was a big second quarter for North Medford as they outscore Roseburg 14-4, and North Medford leads 27-15 at the halftime break between the boys basketball game down there at North Medford High School. We are just about done here with your Cooper's Pest Control halftime show. Remember, give them a call for those great low rates on your pest control needs, 673-0363. Want to remind you tonight's game also streaming thanks to sponsorship from BTB Moving. BTB Moving provides labor services for your moving needs here in Roseburg, Douglas County, and around the state of Oregon. Veteran-owned, affordable, dependable, efficient, and careful. Senior and veteran discounts are available. Book now at 541-315-0122 and find them on Facebook at BTB Moving. Second half coming up. We'll have it for you when we return here on 541radio.com and on the score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
Looking for more local sports coverage? CBS Sports Radio 1490 The Score has you covered. Check out our homepage at 541radio.com for sports stories, scores, and podcasts. And follow us on social media. 1490 The Score is on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. And take the station with you wherever you go with the 541 Radio app. Download the app in your smartphone's app store and get access to a live stream of the station, sports stories, podcasts, and easy messaging with the station and others.
Back here to start the third quarter. Roseburg moving left to right now. Hayden Pinard, a three-point shot, goes halfway down before the rim spits it back out. And a rebound fighting for it underneath. Amy Carpenter underneath there, battling with North Medford. It's last touch by North, and Roseburg will keep the possession as we start the third quarter here with you. Roseburg trailing right now 20-8, but Hayden Pinard, a good look at a three. Almost got it to fall to start things off. Roseburg in white. It's Montefiore on a three. Her shot just off the mark. Rebound pulled down by North Medford's Kiera McNamee. Jasmine Wells will take a straightaway three. She gets it to die on the rim and fall through. 23-8 your score here to start out the second half. Mulsick, Miller, Montefiore, Pinard, and Carpenter on the floor for Roseburg as they work it around the perimeter. Ball stolen away by Wells. Jasmine Wells, Allie Stevens breaking out in front, won't get it. Wells going to go right to the rim and draws the foul. For North Medford, Wells, Stevens, Chavez, McNamee, and Stewart, your starting five. Back out there for the second half. Heading to the free throw line is Wells. First trip for her. Rattles around and falls through. Tonight's game brought to you by Cascade Community Credit Union, belong to Douglas County, and by DC Farmers Co-op, where everyone's welcome to shop. That foul going against Mulsick. Both free throws fall through for Wells. Makes it 25-8. Back out to a 17-point lead. The largest has been 18. Pinard she thought about that skip pass along the baseline all the way to the other corner. Didn't take it. Pinard fighting for position underneath with McNamee. She got the ball. I like the aggressive nature there from Pinard underneath. Gets the position, got the ball, draws a foul.
Foul against Kiera McNamee.
Pinard showing some aggressiveness here in this ball game tonight that I don't know if we've really seen from her all season. Got an open look in the corner, did Mulsick. Kind of got surprised that she was that wide open, pulls the trigger, but it rims out once again for Roseburg. Now a three on the other side, off the mark for Chavez. Rebound comes down to Stevens. North Medford will keep it. 2 minutes ticked away here in the third quarter. Stewart, pump fake left, goes back to her right with the pass. Now with it at the top, Chavez to McNamee. Wells will come to get it between the circles. Pass right side around the screen, an open look at a three. Off the mark for Chavez, with the offensive board for North. Wells will get it to Stevens on the near side. Looking in the middle to McNamee. Chavez has it at the top. Now to the right side. Stewart on the cut, will get it. Fed on the right side of the lane. Too high off the glass. Rebound pulled away by Mulsick. And a whistle in the backcourt and a travel call. Roseburg will turn it over. Finally got that defensive stop with the rebound and then give it right back to North Medford. 25-8 your score, 5:26 to go third period. Inbound by Wells, out to the free throw line. Stewart kicks out. Chavez thought about a three, had an open look, doesn't take it. Stewart will in the corner. Her shot off the mark underneath. Chavez fighting through the arm of Chelsea Miller will get a shot to go and heads to the free throw line. So Chelsea Miller will pick up the foul.
Chelsea Miller comes out for Roseburg.
Micaiah McClatcher, who left the game in the first quarter in foul trouble, comes back in for the first time. 5:18 to go in the third. Looking to stretch the lead out. Unable to hit the free throw, but Stewart down with the rebound. 27-8 the score. North Medford in front. Missing on the free throw there was Isla Chavez. Wells has it on the right side. Jasmine Wells, the senior, passes it away to McNamee, the junior. Chavez, a senior, out there as well. Wells driving in with the left hand, pounds it a couple of times, gets to the rim, but can't finish right in front. Roseburg down with the defensive board. They get the stop. Bringing it up, Mulsick, pass it away left side. Into the corner for McClatcher. Back out, Monteferian to the near side. Mulsick bounces it to Pinard in the right corner. Looking underneath, tries to go over the top for Carpenter. She got open. Her shot rims off. Gets it to McClatcher. Along two off the mark. Fighting underneath. Roseburg, three bodies underneath there. They get it. Trying to go, drive in, got airborne and stripped out of her hands. Monteferian turns it over. Up the floor, scramble for it. An extra pass by Wells goes to Stevens for two. 29-8. 4:13 here in this third. Near side, Mulsick bounces it in the middle to Monteferian, out to Pinard, a rainbow three, hard off the iron, no good. Stevens down with the rebound. Stevens brings it up the floor. Pass up over the top of McClatcher. Gets it back, man-to-man defense here from Roseburg, into the corner for Stewart. Carpenter guarding. McNamee gets it at the right elbow, drives in, had it stripped by McClatcher, but it goes right to Stewart, and North Medford keeps it. Out at the top, Wells, pass it away, three ball attempt, falls off the iron. Wells with the rebound, gets it her own missed shot, goes back up for a second look. Jasmine Wells will get it to fall. 31-8 now, 3:20 to go. He's out to a 23-point lead, largest of the game for North. Carpenter gets free underneath, and Amy Carpenter gets her second field goal of the night, gets Roseburg into double digits. She's got four in the game, 31-10, 3:02 to play here in this third. Crossover, driving right side, goes right to the rim and high off the glass for Jasmine Wells. Banks it in. Mulsick bounces into the corner. Carpenter having a nice night, being aggressive underneath. Pinard and Carpenter have both been working real hard in the middle. Pinard will enter it into Carpenter. Got it, but gets a foul and will go to the free throw line.
Foul against Jasmine Wells.
Amy Carpenter been doing a nice job creating the separation with the defender in front of her and the lob pass underneath. She's been getting the catch and going right back up with it. Draws the foul there and a timeout down on the floor. 2:34 to go here in the third quarter. Amy Carpenter will be at the line when we come back after this 30-second break. Roseburg trails 33-10 here on 541radio.com and on the score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
The innocence of youth. Is there anything any better? But soon they'll be in high school and facing all the same challenges you faced. How to make friends, how to fit in, how to be cool. We want our children to have everything they'll need to live fulfilling and productive lives. Make sure the kids in your family are among the more than 120,000 participants here in Oregon who take part in high school sports or activities.
Two and a half minutes still to go here in the third period. Tonight's game brought to you by Mahalo Heating and Air Conditioning. Get 0% financing for 72 months on approved credit now at Mahalo Heating and Air. And by Fisher's Hearth and Home, serving Douglas County for over 30 years with the largest selection of wood, gas, pellet, and electric stoves and fireplaces in the area. And by Good Vibrations, your solution for home theater and automotive audio. You can feel it at Good Vibes. Amy Carpenter will be at the free throw line for 2 shots here. Check in on the Portland Trailblazers game just getting underway, and we'll go there right when we get done with our broadcast here tonight. Amy Carpenter hitting the first. 16-9, Portland in front in that first quarter. Second free throw rattles around and out of bounds off of North Medford's Margaret Hamlin. As she was fighting to get that rebound after the miss by Carpenter. Roseburg will get another look at it. Ball stolen away. Stevens read it, but then Hamlin's pass knocked away by by McClatcher. She had the steal. Was trying to find a way to get through the defense. Tipped it back out, and she drew a foul. So Roseburg will have it again. Inbound from the baseline. Pinard out to Carpenter at the top. It's going to be a 3 by Murphy. Back iron, rebound long, and Montefiore will get it. Bounces it around the defense out to the top. Murphy, near side. Pinard looking underneath. Back out to Murphy. Straight away, dribbles left side, gets it to Montefiore, going to try the 3, which rims off the back iron. No good. Jocelyn Montefiore out there. We've not seen the freshman Sydney Montefiore yet tonight. Played in the JV game, so limited on her amount of playing time. Minute 56 to go, third quarter. That could have been a travel against Allie Stevens. She kicks out in the corner, and instead it'll be a 3 for Jasmine Wells, her third of the night. 36-11, 25-point game. That's the largest mark of the night for North Medford. A tip by Wells. McClatcher still able to get into the corner. Pass it out around the perimeter. Pump fake by Pinard. Got the defender in the air, but the driving lane closed quickly. Skip pass, long 2 by McClatcher. No good. Weak side rebound comes down to Pinard. Now a long 2. That's a long 2. Good for Emma Murphy. 13 points for Roseburg. 36-13. North brings it up. Driving right side. Wells goes right to the rim, and she gets a friendly bounce. Feels as if the rims here at home have been more friendly for the visiting team against the Roseburg girls than they have been for the home team. That's not the way it's supposed to work. Out at the top, Murphy gets it to McClatcher into the corner for Carpenter. McClatcher back out at the top. They work it around the perimeter. Enter it in against the zone. Carpenter back out to Pinard. The rainbow 3, no good. Rebound tipped out by North. Roseburg will get it back. Brooke Richardson comes in for North Medford as Kiera McNamee will check out. Montefiore with it. Into the corner, Pinard looking underneath, and they're marking Carpenter pretty good there. And tried to dribble away from the pressure. Pinard had it tipped out of her hands. She last to touch it, and it goes out of bounds off of Roseburg. Pass to the far side for Stevens. Here to the near side with it, Hamlin. Richardson passes off to the left and a foul. Whistle against Roseburg. Hannah Bowman will come in for Jocelyn Montefiore. Chelsea Miller in for Hayden Pinard. Dia Pinnell out there for North Medford. They find the cutter. And it's Brooke Richardson, the sophomore, that gets a bucket. 40-13. And the third quarter will come to a close with the North Medford Black Tornado leading by 27. Come back after a 60-second break as Roseburg goes to the fourth quarter, looking to find that spark once again on 541radio.com and on the score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
Josh Nelson from Off the Wall on the Score. When I'm not in the Score Sports Closet, I own and operate BTV Moving here in Roseburg. We are a labor-only company offering services such as packing, unpacking, loading, unloading, piano moving, cleaning services, and 24-hour emergency services. We pride ourselves on being an affordable, veteran-owned company. Contact us at 541-315-0122 for all your moving needs. That's BTV Moving, 541-315-0122.
What rhymes with great?
Participate.
Where does greatness start? Here, in the classroom. On the stage.
In the pool. On the field. Where will your greatness take you?
To better grades.
To more friends.
Yeah!
Be great.
Participate!
Come back for the start of the fourth quarter. And an immediate whistle of travel called against North Medford as they start with the basketball. Our score, 40-13 as we start the fourth period. North had the basketball to start, but turn it right back over. 27-point margin, largest of the game for North Medford as the Black Tornado try to get their second win of the season. Enter it in underneath. Amy Carpenter, right idea. Just a little bit too late as the defense gets a hand on that ball, tips it out. It stays with Roseburg on their baseline. They stack it up. Inbound coming. Out to the top to Carpenter. McClatcher will get it. You've got McClatcher, Bowman, Molsick, Carpenter, and Miller out on the floor for Roseburg. Carpenter in the corner, gets a bit trapped, able to dribble out of the pressure. Bowman just a right of the top of the arc. Down in the right corner for Carpenter. She wanted to go underneath and reward Chelsea Miller for the effort down there, but couldn't get it there. Molsick takes a long two, got her own rebound now, draws a foul. Riley Molsick still trying to get her first points of the night. Might have a chance here as she goes to the free throw line. Roseburg basketball tonight brought to you by Fisher's Hearth and Home, serving Douglas County with the largest selection of wood, gas, pellet, and electric stoves and fireplaces in the area. And by Flyaway Travel. Contact their travel experts for your travel plans. Now located at 1445 West Harvard Avenue, or give them a call at 672-5701. 1-2 from the line for Molsick. A minute ticked away here in the fourth quarter. Entry pass tipped out of bounds by Roseburg on the transition by North Medford. Holly Stewart will come into the game as Brooke Richardson takes the seat. 40-14 the score. Lob out to the top to Stevens. Stewart gets it to the near side. Wells looking underneath, dribbles it back out to the top. Pass to Patel on the left wing. Give and go. Wells gets underneath and draws a foul. And back to the free throw line for Jasmine Wells, where she is 2 for 2. Roseburg basketball this season also brought to you by the Smile Station, your destination for aesthetically crafted smiles. And by Tim's Appliance at the corner of Lane and South Stevens in Roseburg, 0% financing always available. Wells will hit the first, 41-14. And substitution. McNamee will come into the game for Hamlin. Second free throw for Wells, rattles off the edge. And down with the rebound was Carpenter. She races up the floor, catching up to the rest of the offense. Miller in the corner, gets it right down to Carpenter. Boy, she has been working hard in that post, but lost the handle on the basketball. It's stolen away, and a reach-in by Allie Stevens as Hannah Bowman giving North Medford a taste of some of its own medicine there. Some tough defense. Was able to take that one away and draw a foul by the Black Tornado. Molsick to Bowman. Near side, McClatcher looking underneath. Passes back out to the top. Into the corner. Going to lob it in to Carpenter. She had to go up, jump ball for it, and it's taken away by North. Racing up the floor goes Stevens into a defender. Offensive foul. Riley Molsick will draw the offensive, and she got knocked out of her shoe. Losing her left shoe as she takes the foul there from Allie Stevens.
Foul against Allie Stevens.
Nice job there by Molsick. Got her feet set, squared it up, and took it right in the chest, knocking her down. Entering it down into Miller. Two-handed bounce to get her set. Turn around. She draws the foul. I like the move there. Not too shabby for Miller. Gets to the free throw line.
Foul against Kira McNamee.
With a stop in the action, we'll remind you tonight's Roseburg basketball broadcast is presented by Kern Orthodontics. A healthy, attractive smile means confidence inside and out. Call Dr. Peterson at 541-672-5721. Free throw by Chelsea Miller goes through her third point of the night. And with that, Roseburg has a new season high at 15. Second free throw does not want to fall. Wells comes down with it for North Medford, brings it up on the near sideline. Out between the circles, 5:52 to play, fourth quarter. Near side, Chavez at the left wing. Now she pulls the trigger on a three. Well long, rebound way out in front. It's Molsick. She tried to slow up and wait for the rest of her offense with the defense getting back for North Medford, and she loses a handle on the basketball. 41-15 the score. Chavez near side. Hamlin wants to get her down underneath, and it's poked away by Carpenter. She'll get it to Miller, who will bring it up the floor. Pressure coming from behind, and Miller able to pass it away. Now a three by Bowman, just a little bit long, falling out of bounds. Hamlin tried to throw it off a Roseburg player. Able to pick up the loose ball was Amy Carpenter, and she gets an opportunistic two. 41-17. Roseburg back within 24. Wells out at the top. Crossover. Goes to her left. Dribbled it off her foot. Nearly lost it. She's able to tip it out to Hamlin, but goes right through the legs. And out of bounds. Roseburg will get it back. Roseburg was outscored 20-5 in the third quarter. That's how North really builds that big lead, but Roseburg's battling back. They've scored 4 here in this fourth quarter and only allowed the 1. Hamlin will check out of the game. Back in is Brooke Richardson. Bowman bounces into the corner. McClatcher goes baseline, and her shot just too strong. Offensive board by Carpenter, goes back up with a foul. She'll head to the free throw line.
Foul against Holly Stewart.
Roseburg being able to run more of their offensive sets here, getting that baseline drive a few more times than we had seen in the past. To the free throw line for Carpenter. First shot rattles through. Amy Carpenter with a big night tonight. She's got 8 in the ball game, a season high for her. 41-18 your score. Tonight's game brought to you by Barnes Heating and Cooling, your complete energy company. Visit barnesheatingandcooling.com or call them at 541-459-1545. 41-19 your score. Substitutions. Bowman heads to the bench, as I believe Hayden Pinard had come back into the game for Roseburg. Right side, driving, and a foul called against Amy Carpenter.
Emma Murphy comes in for Roseburg.
Emma Murphy back in for Molsick.
Riley Molsick comes out.
4:21 to go here in the fourth quarter. Out at the top, Chavez, right wing. She'll launch a deep three. It's too long on her shot. Rebound down to Brooke Richardson, though. North will have another look at it. Out at the top, Chavez holding at that right wing again. Gives it to Patel. Near side. Wells looking for the cutter, not there, so she'll dribble. And it's an illegal screen called against North Medford, and that puts us into the bonus. Roseburg in the bonus will have a 1-and-1 opportunity on the other side. Hamlin's going back into the game. And actually, we get the media timeout here under the 4-minute mark, so we'll take a 30-second break. And we'll come back with the rest of your fourth quarter after this on 541radio.com and on the Score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
Get one free at the Roseburg Jiffy Lube. Buy one signature service oil change at regular price and receive a coupon for a second one free. That's a $43.99 value. The signature service oil change features up to 5 quarts conventional Pennzoil, a new spin-on filter, and a visual inspection of belts, brakes, tires, and wipers, plus fluid top-off and a 90-day top-off guarantee. Buy one signature service oil change with Pennzoil, get one free now at the Roseburg Jiffy Lube, next to Champion Car Wash.
Fourth quarter action here from Stuart W. Robertson Memorial Gymnasium tonight here on this Thursday. Roseburg trailing against North Medford 41-19. Tonight's contest has been presented by Chuck Swarman Family Auto Repair. Are you ready to go where life takes you? Quick check-in on the Blazers game. We'll be jumping over to that here as soon as we get done with our broadcast. Looks like it'll be probably in the second quarter by the time we get there. 31-26 right now. Denver on top of Portland, with about a minute and a half left to go in that first quarter, excuse me. Roseburg with the basketball out of the timeout. Tonight's streaming broadcast for Roseburg High Sports presented by BTB Moving, our streaming sponsor this year. Book your moving needs with BTB Moving at 541-315-0122. A shot by Micaiah McClatcher off the mark. Tipped out of bounds on the rebound, though, and it stays with Roseburg. They'll get another look. You can also find our friends at BTB Moving on Facebook. Inbound pass got tipped out near the midcourt stripe. Emma Murphy tracks it down. Keeps it in the half court for Roseburg. McClatcher looking for the cutter through the middle to Pinard. Pinard wanted to enter it in underneath the Carpenter. Just couldn't quite do it with Hamlin applying the defensive pressure. Hamlin's been all on top of Amy Carpenter, and she turns around going, what did I do wrong? But she gets whistled for the foul.
Amy Carpenter at the line for Roseburg.
3:09 to go in the fourth quarter. Carpenter at the line. It's a 1-and-1 opportunity from here on out, at least at the moment, for Roseburg. First free throw, Carpenter hits. Don't forget about Dr. Lanson Randall, open and accepting new patients. Call him at 541-378-6694. Second free throw goes through for Carpenter. She cuts it down under 20 here. Roseburg, or actually down to 20, I should say. 41-21 with 3:03 to play. Wells gets it, cutting to the baseline, reverts back out as she circles away and passes it off to Patel. To the near side, Chavez. Dribbles back out to the top. Wells will get it. Hard pump fake with the pass, but gets it right back to Chavez on the left wing. Dribbles to the top, looking in the middle. Pass tipped by McClatcher, but Chavez able to get it back, control the basketball for North. Down to about 2.5 to play here in the game. Chavez gets it out at the top. McClatcher slapping at the ball a couple of times, trying to rip it away, and a whistle now. A double dribble call. Tough defense there from the freshman Micaiah McClatcher. And a substitution. Chelsea Miller will check back in for McClatcher.
Stevens comes in for North Medford.
And Chavez will go to the bench. Allison Stevens comes back in. Got the zone here for North Medford. Sun barreling in through the windows here at Stuart W. Robertson Memorial Gymnasium, kind of in your face. Haven't experienced that before. Pass from the corner, tipped away, stolen by Wells. Wells will bring it up the floor to Stevens in the corner. Back out Wells on the right wing, a deep three. Hits the front iron, no good. Carpenter down with the rebound. To the right side, Miller into the corner. Carpenter back out. They'll work it around the perimeter. Montefiore on the left side to Miller. Miller lobs it near side to Murphy, down to Carpenter. And Carpenter moving her feet a little too much there. Called for the travel. After 3 quarters of play, it's a 10-point game. North Medford leading Roseburg 44-34. Down in Medford there for the boys, down by 10. Here in our game, it's a 20-point contest, 41-21. North Medford leading Roseburg here as well. Minute 19 to play in the contest. McNamee to Hamlin. Hamlin lobs out to the top to Patel. Wells gets it to give and go, not there for Patel. Wells will dribble it out to the top. In the corner, Stevens, under a minute to play in the contest. North Medford content to just be patient with the basketball. Directions from Coach Copeland on the bench. Yelling out to the team on the plan of attack for the offense. And she's not, I think, very happy that they don't seem to be running the way she wants to see it run. Down to 36 seconds to go here as North holding on to the basketball, running through their offense. Driving right in. Stevens gets to the rim and will finish. Allie Stevens up to 14 points in the game. Gets 2 there. 22-point game. Miller, left side, 20 seconds. Launches a 3. It's short. Rebound down to Molsick. She's got an open look, but she's short with the shot. Gets her own rebound. Out to the top. 11 seconds. And a double dribble called against Montefiore. Couple of looks there for Roseburg. Couldn't get it to go. Down to 5 seconds to go. North into the half court. Wells going to launch a 3 before the buzzer. It's well off the mark. But that'll do it. Final score, 43-21. North Medford will get the win. We'll come back and recap tonight's game for you. We'll do it quickly so we can get you to Blazers basketball. Roseburg falls 43-21 here tonight from home against North Medford. Back after a 3-minute break here on 541radio.com and on the score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
Josh Nelson from Off the Wall on the Score. When I'm not in the Score Sports Closet, I own and operate BTV Moving here in Roseburg. We are a labor-only company offering services such as packing, unpacking, loading, unloading, piano moving, cleaning services, and 24-hour emergency services. We pride ourselves on being an affordable, veteran-owned company. Contact us at 541-315-0122 for all your moving needs. That's BTV Moving, 541-315-0122.
At Current Orthodontics, we stand out because of the smiles and the excitement that we create. A beautiful smile can really make a huge impact in someone's life. Our main goal is we also want you to be able to walk down the street and have your neighbors say, "Hey, where did you get that great smile?" And for you to be able to say, "At Current Orthodontics."
I am a nurse,
a firefighter,
a college student,
a mother,
and I am an American soldier.
I will always be ready
for every storm
and disaster that threatens my community.
I will always be there to protect my neighbors,
my family,
and my country.
We are the Army National Guard.
We are the Army National Guard.
We are the Army National Guard.
Visit nationalguard.com to learn more about part-time service.
We are Douglas County Farmers Co-op, but we're not just for farmers. We serve all residents of Douglas County because we are Douglas County. Stop by today for everything from a tank of gas to a bite to eat anytime you're hungry. Pick up something for yourself, your home, and those you care for. Celebrating 100 years of service, Douglas County Farmers Co-op. Good people, good products, and good advice.
Buy one, get one free at the Roseburg Jiffy Lube. Buy one signature service oil change at regular price and receive a coupon for a second one free. That's a $43.99 value. The signature service oil change features up to 5 quarts conventional Pennzoil, a new spin-on filter, and a visual inspection of belts, brakes, tires, and wipers, plus fluid top-off and a 90-day top-off guarantee. Buy one signature service oil change with Pennzoil, get one free now at the Roseburg Jiffy Lube, next to Champion Car Wash.
Looking for more local sports coverage? CBS Sports Radio 1490 The Score has you covered. Check out our homepage at 541radio.com for sports stories, scores, and podcasts. And follow us on social media. 1490 The Score is on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. And take the station with you wherever you go with the 541 Radio app. Download the app in your smartphone's app store and get access to a live stream of the station, sports stories, podcasts, and easy messaging with the station and others.
Yeah, you're welcome to do so. It's I got the rest of this, so.
Do you need help taking any of this apart?
I got it. Yeah, I can manage that. I do it all the time, so I appreciate it. Thank you very much for the help.
Yeah, no problem. Just let me know if your wife is ever doing homework again.
Back here at Roseburg High School tonight, where North Medford will get the win on top of the Roseburg Indians here. 43-21 our final score. Roseburg with a season-high point total. They had a couple of big quarters with 8 points each, but unfortunately a couple of low point totals starting out without a point in the first quarter. Roseburg was down 15-0 as we welcome you in here to our post-game show. Wrapping things up real quick. It was a 15-0 score after one, but Roseburg cuts it down. It was 20-8 at the end of the first half. Roseburg, though, would be outscored 20-5 in the third quarter. They were down 40-13. Any hopes of a comeback kind of seemed to be dashed there. They do a good job in the fourth quarter. They hold North Medford to only 3 points. Roseburg scores 8 for your final score of 43-21. We'll come back with individual scoring. Going to make it a quick post-game show here so we can get you to Blazers basketball. A 3-minute break and come back to wrap things up here. We'll name our Mountain Mike's Pizza player of the game. Stick around for that after this here on 541radio.com and on the Score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
Josh Nelson from Off the Wall on the Score. When I'm not in the Score Sports Closet, I own and operate BTV Moving here in Roseburg. We are a labor-only company offering services such as packing, unpacking, loading, unloading, piano moving, cleaning services, and 24-hour emergency services. We pride ourselves on being an affordable, veteran-owned company. Contact us at 541-315-0122 for all your moving needs. That's BTV Moving, 541-315-0122.
At Current Orthodontics, we stand out because of the smiles and the excitement that we create. A beautiful smile can really make a huge impact in someone's life. Our main goal is we also want you to be able to walk down the street and have your neighbors say, "Hey, where did you get that great smile?" And for you to be able to say, "At Current Orthodontics."
I am a nurse,
a firefighter,
a college student,
a mother,
and I am an American soldier.
I will always be ready
for every storm
and disaster that threatens my community.
I will always be there to protect my neighbors,
my family,
and my country.
We are the Army National Guard.
We are the Army National Guard.
We are the Army National Guard.
Visit nationalguard.com to learn more about part-time service.
We are Douglas County Farmers Co-op, but we're not just for farmers. We serve all residents of Douglas County because we are Douglas County. Stop by today for everything from a tank of gas to a bite to eat anytime you're hungry. Pick up something for yourself, your home, and those you care for. Celebrating 100 years of service, Douglas County Farmers Co-op. Good people, good products, and good advice.
Buy one, get one free at the Roseburg Jiffy Lube. Buy one signature service oil change at regular price and receive a coupon for a second one free. That's a $43.99 value. The Signature Service Oil Change features up to 5 quarts conventional Pennzoil, a new spin-on filter, and a visual inspection of belts, brakes, tires, and wipers, plus fluid top-off and a 90-day top-off guarantee. Buy one Signature Service Oil Change with Pennzoil, get one free now at the Roseburg Jiffy Lube, next to Champion Car Wash.
Looking for more local sports coverage? CBS Sports Radio 1490 The Score has you covered. Check out our homepage at 541radio.com for sports stories, scores, and podcasts. And follow us on social media. 1490 The Score is on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. And take the station with you wherever you go with the 541 Radio app. Download the app in your smartphone's app store and get access to a live stream of the station, sports stories, podcasts, and easy messaging with the station and others.
And we welcome you back here in our post-game show as Roseburg falls against North Medford 43-21. We'll wrap it up with some quick score checks here for you. Leading the way for North Medford, Jasmine Wells with 18. Allie Stevens had 14. They had 4 points for Margaret Hamlin and 3 points for Dia Patel. Also Brooke Richardson and Isla Chavez each getting 2 points in this one. For Roseburg in double figures, a season high for Amy Carpenter with 11 points here tonight. Also, you had 4 points for Hayden Pinard, 3 points for Chelsea Miller. You had 2 points for Emma Murphy and 1 point in this ball game for Riley Molsick. And that is a look at your individual scoring here tonight as we finish out the third game of the season for the Roseburg girls. It is time now for us to name our Mountain Mike's Pizza player of the game. Mountain Mike's Pizza the way it ought to be. Well, as we continue to go through this, we do try and share the love a little bit. Obviously, a great night tonight for Amy Carpenter with her 11 points, but I really liked what I also saw out of Hayden Pinard, and since we've given it to Carpenter once before, we're going to go ahead and share the love with Hayden Pinard. She had a really good game tonight, looked aggressive out there. I liked the poise that she was showing and making some good strides towards being a more complete player out there on the floor. 4 points for her tonight, though, in the loss. She will be our Mountain Mike's Pizza player of the game. Well, folks, that's going to wrap it up here for us tonight as Roseburg varsity falls in their matchup 43-21. The JV did get their first win of the season as they win 24-20 against North Medford here tonight. Coming up next will be Roseburg boys against Ashland on Tuesday next week, so tune in for that coming up next week. That'll be our next basketball broadcast for you. It'll be the boys' game here at home against the Ashland Grizzlies. 6:30 or thereabout pregame show with a 6:45 or thereabout tip-off for that one. We've got Blazers basketball coming up for you here in just a moment. I want to say thank you to North Medford for coming up here and being our opponent here tonight. Big thanks to Athletic Director Russ Bolin, head coach Chad Smith, the entire Roseburg girls basketball program for allowing us to bring you another season of Roseburg basketball here on The Score. Big thanks to Logan Bishop for help with the video production here tonight. Back in the studio, thanks to Craig Ortega and Brenton Cranford for running things on the radio side of things for us here this evening. And as always, a thanks to you, the fan, for tuning in for tonight's broadcast because, of course, without you, I'm just a guy sitting here talking to myself. I'm Joey Kieran. We will chat with you guys coming up Tuesday next week when Roseburg hosts Ashland for boys basketball here on the radio. Now, stick around as we've got Blazers basketball coming up for you next here on 541 radio, or here on Douglas County's home for sports, The Score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.